T, I just read in a book back in the Qing Dynasty, if a prince wasn't studying hard, the teachers would warn him by saying, "Do you want to end up like the Zhengde Emperor?" That really scared them into focusing. So who was the Zhengde Emperor anyway?
The Zhengde Emperor was from the Ming Dynasty, right before the Qing Dynasty. His full title was Emperor Zhengde of Ming Wuzong, and his real name was Zhu Houzhao. He didn't do a great job being emperor, but he would have made a top-notch film director. He created all sorts of characters and loved role-playing so much that even he couldn't tell what was real and what was make-believe. He even built an entire street inside the Forbidden City just for acting. It had everything: restaurants, gold shops, cafe, just like a movie set. Palace maids and eunuchs play all the roles, and he would act as anything. A shopkeeper haggling price, a wandering hero saving maidens, anything to keep himself amused. Basically, he turned the Forbidden City into Hollywood.
So didn't the ministers say anything about how the emperor was acting?
Of course they did. They were very upset about it. But the emperor had a way to shut them up. He used the Ming Dynasty's secret police to silence and even assassinate officials who spoke out. Over time, everyone just stopped complaining.
I thought emperors received very strict education. How did he end up playing around like that?
That's the thing. The idea of acting didn't come from Zhu Houzhao himself. It was suggested to him by a famous eunuch at the time named Liu Jin. As you said, Zhu Houzhao was indeed very smart, and he also received a solid education as a member of the royal family. So why did he listen to Liu Jin? To understand this, we need to talk about Zhu Houzhao's upbringing. His father was the Emperor Ming Xiaozong Zhu Youcheng, known for being extremely diligent. All historical records describe Emperor Zhu Youcheng as hardworking and abstinent from indulgence in women. As the only son of Emperor Zhu Youcheng, from a young age, the young Prince Zhu Houzhao wasn't allowed to do anything other than study how to be an emperor. Then suddenly, his father died young at 36, and Zhu Houzhao became emperor at just 15. Overnight, all that pressure disappeared, and he had full control. So when Liu Jin suggested playing pretend, he just went for it. After playing around in the palace for a while, Zhu Houzhao got bored. He wanted something more exciting. During the Yuan Dynasty, which came before the Ming, emperors had a leopard house and a lion house near Beijing, where they kept wild animals like leopards, tigers, lions, even eagles. The Ming Dynasty had abandoned all that, but Zhu Houzhao revived it. He built a new animal house and started sparring with tigers himself. One day, a tiger got angry and attacked him. Luckily, a general named Jiang Bin, who had just returned from the front line, jumped in and killed the tiger to save him. You'd think the emperor would thank him, right? Nope, he got mad. He scolded the general, saying, "Why did you interfere? I was about to defeat the tiger myself. You ruthless thing."
Well, that's a measured and sensible, mature response.
Right? But the emperor thought it ruined the drama. He wanted a better climax, a more heroic contrast. So after that, he decided tiger fighting wasn't epic enough. He wanted to film a war scene. He gave himself the title Grand General of Mighty Valor. But there was one problem. There were no wars to fight at that moment. He actually wished for a rebellion to happen. One day, news came that Prince Ning in Jiangxi had rebelled. Zhu Houzhao was thrilled. He finally had his war movie. He wanted to personally lead the army, but he knew officials would oppose it. So he issued a royal decree saying anyone who tried to stop the Grand General from going to war would be executed. No one dared speak up after that. He gathered 100,000 troops and marched out. But before he got even a quarter of the way, news came that Prince Ning had already been captured by Wang Shouren, the governor of Jiangxi. The emperor was furious. His big moment had been stolen. So he said, "I never got that message," and kept marching as if the war was still going. Campaigns cost a fortune, but Zhu Houzhao didn't care. He kept marching and playing around the war. Wang Shouren was desperate. He had caught the rebel prince and sent over 20 messages asking what to do with him. Prince Ning was a royal relative, so no one dared act without the emperor's instructions. Someone gave Wang Shouren a clever idea. The emperor liked acting. Pretend he was involved. You let him nothing to do is no good. So Wang wrote a new message saying, it was under the emperor's command that Prince Ning was captured. When Zhu Houzhao saw that letter, he finally responded, "All right, no need for me to go any further. Bring Prince Ning to me." When Prince Ning arrived, Zhu Houzhao felt unsatisfied. He hadn't actually fought any battles. His general title felt fake. So, guess who had a bright idea? General Jiang Bing again. He suggested, why don't we release Prince Ning, give him a few hundred soldiers, and let you capture him yourself this time? Zhu Houzhao loved this idea, so they did just that. They let Prince Ning go, handed him some troops, and the emperor led his army to recapture him. Even Prince Ning had to play along in this strange royal drama. After that, Zhu Houzhao got bored again. He wanted to shoot blockbusters outside the palace. One day, he slipped out the back gate of the Forbidden City with a few followers. A eunuch spotted them and alerted the ministers, but they couldn't catch up.
Did they manage to stop him eventually?
Sort of. He reached the Great Wall and demanded the gate be opened. The officer in charge, Zhang Qin, said, "Even if you are the emperor, I need a formal decree. No decree, no gate." They argued the whole day until the emperor gave up and went back.
So he just gave up then?
Not a chance. A few days later, Zhu Houzhao learned Zhang Qin had stepped out. So he sneaked out again and went to the Great Wall. This time, the soldiers, terrified of the emperor, let him out and even blocked Zhang Qin from re-entering. Zhu Houzhao wandered outside for several days before returning to the palace. There is a saying, if you don't count deaths, you won't die. Zhu Houzhao eventually met his end during one of his stunts. One windy day, he decided to experience the thrill of wild waves on a boat. A strong gust hit. He fell into the river. and caught pneumonia not long after he died. That was how this wild, dramatic emperor's absurd life came to an end.
No wonder Qing Dynasty teachers warned princes not to be like him. He was really a total disaster of an emperor.